Hi, I'm Georgia from Getsitecontrol, and in this video, I'll show you how to add a countdown timer bar to your Shopify store for free. For this tutorial, I'll use the GSC Countdown Timer app. It's free and you can find it in the Shopify App Store. I'll leave a link to it in the description of the video. With the app, you can create 4 types of timers. A small timer you can display as a block within a section, for example, on the cart or product page. A large timer you can display as a full section on your store, for example, on the home page or the password page. An inline timer widget that you can embed anywhere in your store, including within a section, for example, within a product cart. And a timer bar you can display at the top or bottom of any page on your store. I'll now show you how to set up and customize a timer bar just like this one for your store. First, let's create a bar widget. From the General tab, we'll first choose between static and sticky bar. This one remains visible even when scrolling down the page. The bar can appear at the top or bottom of the page. Next, we'll select a preset to use as a base, and set the fonts will later apply to different text elements. I'll be using these 3, but you can use just one for the whole widget or even apply your theme's font. Next, let's move on to the Content tab. Here, we enter the text to display on the widget. For each text element, we can choose a font from the ones we set. We can adjust the font weight and size, the letter spacing, the line height, and we can choose a color. In the same tab, we can adjust the appearance of the timer. We can choose the layout, which can be separate or solid. You can see the difference when enabling a background for the timer. We can also decide which time units to show, adjust the timer width, and the digits font size. We can choose the font, font weight, and color of the digits, and enable or disable the labels and background. If you want, you can add a button leading to a page of your choice. I won't do that for this timer. Instead, we'll add a coupon box with a discount. Here we enter the label we want to display in the box and the discount code that it will apply. We need to use an existing discount code for this to work. Then we'll proceed to style the coupon box: font, font weight and size, colors, and so on. By the way, you don't need to have all of these elements on your timer bar: the text, the timer, the button, the coupon box. You can have just text and timer, just timer and button, whatever you prefer. It's up to you. Down below in the content section, there are settings for the general appearance of the bar. Here we can adjust the layout and spacing, the close button, and background of the bar. When we're done with the design, we can move on to the timer setup. The timer can have a fixed date and count down to a specific end date and time in your store's time zone, or it can be evergreen. In this case, the timer will start when a visitor sees it for the first time, and it will count down for the amount of time we set. We'll choose fixed date for this example and set the timer to end in 2 weeks. We'll also have to choose what happens when the timer ends: hide the timer or keep it on site but looking expired. In the case of an evergreen timer, we can also decide to restart it after it ends. Let's move on to the Targeting tab. Here we'll decide on which store pages to display the bar. We can target it at the home page, product or collection pages, only selected ones or all of them, cart page, password page, and so on. Once the setup is complete, we save the timer bar and enable it. The last thing to do is enable the app embed in the theme editor of our live theme, and the bar will appear on our store. And that's it. That concludes my tutorial. Now go add countdown timers to your store and watch your conversions grow.